Dun, dun, dun! Hello, beautiful people. It's me, Robin Vi Carpenter Briscoe, your favorite spiritual life coach and author of Let's Get Stoned, Using Stones and Crystals to Create a Life That Rocks. We are here. Can you believe it? It is yet another glorious day, and we are here together. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm so grateful to be doing this 28-day practice of the magic and the crystals. I am grateful. This is such a good and very good time that I have been having with you. We have made it today. What day is it? 25. Oh my goodness. It is day 25. Can you believe it? We are on day 25 of the magic and the crystals. And we have made it to, this is actually a really fun day. I know every day I say that I love this or blah, blah. And every day there's something fun to have about it. So maybe that's because, I live in joy. So today is called Cue the Magic. I love it. One of the many benefits of gratitude's magical power is that it wakes you up and makes you far more alert and aware. That's Rhonda Byrne in the book, in that chapter. Remember, using stones and crystals should be fun, either in creating your surroundings, finding unique ways of wearing them, or even amplifying your energy during meditation. Do what feels right for you. Me. That one was kind of a giveaway one, though. I think that's obviously that one was me. So this is what happened. Let's talk about this a little bit. So the practice is, right? The practice is that you have to walk around and 7 things that come to mind that you experience of other people, that thoughts that you have about them, then you are grateful for that same thing happening for you. And it's kind of like it's like a way of not being jealous, essentially, right? It's like, instead of it being like, oh, look, they're skinny. Oh, look, they have that. Oh, look, woe is me-ness. It's, ooh, I can't, ooh, look, thank you for my fabulous figure. Thank you for my, fabulous house. Thank you for my, and so what happened was, because this is called Cue the Magic, it, of course, I have many filmmaker friends and theater friends. And so it's like, and I was a dancer. Okay. So in my mind, the minute that I saw this, it was like I was in a witch, like one of those little like witch shows for like the worst witch, like for little people, for young people. But of course, I like all those shows too, but whatever. So it's like the thing is happening, right? And it's like, okay, and we're going by, and okay, and cue the magic, and then boo, all the magic starts happening. And that's what I hear in my head. And then what ends up, I imagine, it's like walking down the street, and every time you see something that you want, it's like, and poof, it's in front of me too. Except, this has happened in other shows, like in Bewitched, and it would be Serena, and she would, it would poof, and it would stop being that person's thing and literally be in her hands. So I don't want to take their thing. I just want to have one too. it's like, ooh, that looks like a good thing. I want that. Ooh, and that looks like a good thing. It reminds me, it makes me think of like being like the first time you realize you're magical, and then like you just keep going out and doing things, or like Bruce Almighty parting the soup, uh, and and the cars, and turning on the light screen, and bringing the moon closer so he could make it his girlfriend's boobs bigger, like all the stupid things that people do, right? So it's like, but this is young, right? So it's not, so there's no like harm, no foul kind of stuff. It's more like, oh, I want one of those. Boom, I have one of those. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I'm gonna have one of that. Ooh, bing bong, bing bing. So that's what it reminds me of. And it makes me giggle every time. I'm like, this is super funny. So I add that to the mix of this practice for you, if when you're doing this today, because remember, the point is to do it at least 7 times today, something that you see that someone else is experiencing and that you also want to experience. And so you have gratitude for, now you have it, because magic happens, boop, and now I have it. And so I want you to add in the vision where you are imagining as though you are your, young witch learning how to use magic for the first time. And like, boop, and I have it. And oh, except it's purple because I didn't understand how to do a thing. Whatever. Fun things like that. So, what stone or crystal do you think I chose for today? I'm sure you don't know, but you may know, because it makes sense when you do know. And then if you have been following me for a while and spent any time with me last year on Instagram or anywhere I was talking about stones and crystals almost, you would have heard me mention this crystal. Today's crystal is, drumroll please, Tangerine Quartz. Do, 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 do. Tangerine Quartz. Like that, like this. So, Tangerine Quartz. I have a whole nother bag of them, and then I have big ones and little tiny ones, and I have them all over the place because I believe in this stone. I believe in this crystal that much that I have a tendency to put it in people's stone prescription. I have a tendency when I'm making up custom little bags of these. Here, you need these right now for clients. Tangerine Quartz goes in there. Hope and possibility. Your inner child. It helps you get to that place where you believe anything is truly possible. You can build a swing to God. Now, if you are not familiar, there is a Hafetz poem that I learned while I was taking poetry as a spiritual practice with Reverend Larry Marie Heil here in Baton Rouge. It's a really great class. It happens the second Saturday of every month, and you could go to Centers for Spiritual Living, Southeast Louisiana, on YouTube. I mean, actually on YouTube, but but it's not going to be there. You need to go to the Facebook page, and I think that there's the link to be able to go to get to class, or you can go to the website. But anyway, poetry is a spiritual practice. So there's a poem that we did. We've done it a couple of times. A Swing to God by Hafetz, and it's about essentially, let's build a swing to God, and so will bring these and this and that. And every time we do it, I always imagine like literally children lying in the backyard, drawing up their plans, like, kind of, laying on their stomachs, drawing it out, tongue out, doing the thing, because they're figuring out how they're going to build it tall enough and big enough to, or whatever, to be able to get on it and swing to God, because they figure if they can just figure it out, it could happen. And it's like my friend's oldest son, when he was 5, I feel like, he told his dad that he told me that he had told his dad that he wanted a blue horse. And he said because blue is his favorite color, and his dad always told him he could have anything that he wanted. And so he decided he wanted a blue horse. And by that logic, there is no refuting that, really, because you weren't specific. So children are connecting to your inner child, helps you get to that place of hope and possibility. Where anything is possible. You can do anything. You go out and you make stuff up. And you believe that it's possible. Whatever the thing is that you've decided is that you're going to like make the plans and do the thing and figure out the stuff and figure out what, stuff you need to build it or do it or be it. You're going to do that, right? So why not use something like Tangerine Quartz to help you connect to the idea of that cue the magic, right? You are living in the hope and possibility of having that thing that you see someone else has. You're like, okay, you take it and you go, ooh, yes. Right in your hand, right? As you're walking around, like carry it in your hand. You can put it on a chain. That means you'd have to hold it, like hold the chain, like, so you'd need something long probably at that point, because you don't want to like do this while you're walking around. It'll look kind of weird. Plus it'll be difficult for you to do anything else when you hold a piece of jewelry in your hand, as opposed to holding this in your hand. You could still carry your keys, right? So, or figure out a way to put it on a keychain, or that would be a good thing. You could wire wrap it and make it into a keychain, and then it would be easy to hold that in your hand, and as you're walking around, seeing things that are like, yes, yes, open possibility. Thank you very much for my wonderful new outfit. Thank you very much for my wonderful new car. Thank you very much for the donations that happen for the nonprofit I'm the president of the board of. I see someone else getting donations. Thank you very much for ours. It can be anything. Thank you very much for that ice cream cone. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes? Do we understand the process? Do we understand the idea of it? Can be anything. And the whole point, as she talks about in the book, is to make it a game, right? The whole point is that you want to have fun with it. That's why I'm saying add in your own, I'm living I'm a young witch. Oh my God, I can have magic. Cue the magic and go. Do, 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 beep. Do, 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 boop. Twinkle, twinkle, my nose. However you want to think about it, magic. Whatever you want. However the magic happens, cue the magic. And get you a Tangerine Quartz to help spark it. Like that's your spark for that magic. Yes? Yes. All right. So What else do we have to talk about? We have to talk about you subscribing. If this is your first time, if this is your fourth time, if you've been watching the whole time and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, now is the time to do it. We are only 3 days away from our last one of these, and you want to make sure that you get notifications every time a new video happens. I am having ideas. And then every Saturday, we have illimitable living sessions, and you want to make sure that you get notified about that. So hit that subscribe button. Then, the other thing that I really want you to remember, I'm going to let the truck go by because I want you to hear me when I say this. Remember, my friends, you are illimitable. There is no way to limit you. Ever, 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 ever. That means you can go out and create a life that rocks. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful for you.